Hello, good morning, my audience. It's morning where I am. Anyway, my name for my newcomers, Jake Allen Graham is my name. Anyway, I'm reviewing the 1997 flick of Batman and Robin, which starring George Clooney's own outing as Batman and Chris O'Donnell's second outing as Robin. And the guy that played Pennyworth reprises his role as Pennyworth. It's his fourth time playing Pennyworth. And in the plot of Batman and Robin, Pennyworth is dying of a terminal illness. I feel what it's called. It's the same thing as Victor's wife has in the plot of Batman and Robin. And that ties together to the main plot, one of the main plot elements in the movie, that Alfred's death is Alfred's dying of a terminal illness, same as Victor Freeze's wife was in the plot of Batman and Robin. And even though Clooney's Batman is definitely not one of the highlights of the movie, because he doesn't make the Batman half relevant to the plot, or the Batman half is not really relevant to the plot of Batman and Robin movie. His persona of Batman persona is really not relevant at all, outside a few actions. He's just given nothing to do for the Batman persona to make him a convincing, compelling Batman, because there's nothing to give him other than action this time around. His Bruce Wayne persona, on the other hand, works well enough what's given us, but he's not given a whole lot of character or dialogue in the Batman persona when he's Batman. And so instead of it being like instead of like Val and Keaton, Val and Keaton did the Batman Bruce Wayne persona as a different duality for both Batman and for Batman and Bruce Wayne. They did the duality complex really well. And then George Clooney fucked it up along with, I don't think it's been good since Kilmer gave up the mantle in favor of Clooney. And I thought Christian Bale did a better job than Clooney, but what's damage George Clooney did with Batman and Robin was the mantle of not making it relevant to the plot anymore, Batman, the persona, and doesn't know how to make the persona of Batman relevant or his own for Clooney's only played Batman once and twice again in the Flash movie, which we never saw think he would do that in cameo, but James Gunn forced that into as one of the research and ends of that was one of the research forced on by James Gunn when he became the head studio of this DC now. And I don't think that was a good change that seems stupid to bring George Clooney into Flash madness. I mean, you just brought stupid on top of stupid into just more stupid. It's like in the Flash movie. It's like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Stupid decisions on top of stupid decision making for the Flash movie. I know I'm supposed to be talking about Batman, but the Flash is another video I'm going to save for another time. So Batman and Robin, I really like Mr. Freeze's redesign for his costume. His Freeze suit that keeps him a certain whether to stay alive, and he needs to stay alive at a certain degree weather that would kill a normal person. And so because his body got mutated in an accident when he was trying to find a cure for his wife. And so if you see Batman the Animated Series, the Kevin Conroy run, it explains Freeze's backstory and who Free is and motivation a lot better than this movie did. Because this movie is played more for tongue-in-cheek laughs and less for explaining stuff. I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think I'd rather have something more compelling in favor of tongue-in-cheek stuff. But it doesn't make it a bad movie or a bad Batman idea of Batman in general. It just makes it not Batman compelling. It makes it a different kind of compelling, like it makes it more compelling, like if Batman and Robin feel like compelling, like if Schumacher wanted to direct 66 Batman with his own style in the 90s budget, is what Batman Infrared feels like in a nutshell, with his tone consistently, with how it treats Batman, the characters and world building. It's not bad, it's just a little dated for its time. Because at the time, people were more introduced to darker Batman. That was more faithful to the Golden Age and Bronze Age of Batman, and less faithful to the Silver Age of Batman that almost bankrupted Batman. In the Silver Age comic, that's where Batman almost went bankrupt because the comics weren't selling, because the comics were campy. And that's where, Adam West and George Clooney take their Batman inspiration from, obviously. But, see, here's the thing why I think that the movies are better than the source material of Silver Age Batman. Adam West, specifically Adam West and George Clooney, okay, is why he's better than Silver Age Batman. Because Silver Age Batman, okay, here's what a lot of people forget about Silver Age Batman. Silver Age Batman never fought criminals. He did many things, but he never really normally fought his own rogues gallery that was established in the Golden Age, and didn't make appearance hardly any in the Silver Age, not really ever. Joker may have appeared in the Silver Age once or twice, but not really. Even the Joker appeared in the Silver Age ever, really. And when he did appear, they had to tone him down for the comic books code authority guy. So, because, you know, they had to tone him down, so he wasn't no longer violent, he was more of a prankster, like how Cesar Romero played him. And, although Cesar Romero played him with a bit more edge, because he got more developed and more into the role than the mainstream Silver Age Joker got more into the role. You got more invested in Silver Age Cesar Romero's show from the Adam West show because the Adam West show Batman is a better adaptation than the source material is based on from the Silver Age, okay? You gotta keep that in mind. Silver Age Batman did many things, like all of those things come from that Silver Age era, but one thing that they changed one thing they changed for the show is that they gave Batman villains to fight. They brought back his rogues gallery from the Golden Age and brought it into the Silver Age era, which that show was taking inspiration from. And yeah, the show did play it for laughs, but Silver Age Batman played Batman for laughs for many decades, and people hated it. That's why people lost readers into it. And eventually the same thing did happen kind of with Adam West's show. Less people tune in for season 2, I hear, and season 3 versus season 1. Season 1 got the most views, I hear, out of the show's run, decade of free eras run. And I hear the Batman movie with Adam West didn't do well in theaters compared to the first season of the show, after the show was only on for 1 season when the movie came out. So, Michael Keaton's Batman that was dark and gritty, more faithful to Golden Age Batman and Bronze Age Batman is similar to, and more eras of comic book variation of Batman is more similar to the series version of Batman, is what Keaton kind of introduced the world to a more broader appeal, is what comic readers wanted from Batman. That Keaton was giving them Silver Age adaptation. I mean, Michael Keaton wasn't giving them Silver Age, he was giving them Golden Age Batman adaptation. Whereas Golden Age is like a patrol Joker that's slightly more modern, but more also violent. And I enjoyed that Jack Nicholson's Joker. That's also feels like an homage to Golden Age Joker. And I appreciate they killed Joker off at the end. It kind of like, you know, it's kind of reminds me of Golden Age Joker. And from his first outing, how Batman killed him in his first outing, but then they brought him back after his first outing in the same decade he invented the Joker within the Golden Age. Because they knew the asshole was the Joker. That was just too cool to not kill, stay dead. Like going to be too much of an icon character. Whoever said that, DC said that one too much. Interesting story I found out. Anyway, so I know I'm getting a little off track, but I'm going to tie this into my review. Don't worry, this will make sense by the end. So Keaton did something that a lot of Batman fans wanted from that was in the comics that Adam West wasn't giving to them. The Golden Age Batman. He was giving them Silver Age Batman, which just wasn't hitting a home run with public comic book diehard readers. Granted, that was before my time because I was born in 1997, the year of this movie. I only know this just by research. I didn't live through it, so I'm not the one that has scars over this. I'm one of the ones that actually kind of enjoyed this movie for what it was. A comedic popcorn fest that likes to that's trying to more just give you cool visuals and shots here and there with some spectacles and some tongue-in-cheek kid-friendly humor. I mean, we've seen Mr. Freeze orchestrating his henchmen to sing the Snow Miser song like he's the conductor of the musical Snow Miser from Santa Claus. It was Santa Claus, the original version, not the John Goodman version. That's live action. The original version, where the original Santa Claus song was playing this movie, where Freeze is in his obviously villain lair. Where there's where's below zero and it's a light show from outside, and it's obviously a villain there, for him, but it does make you question how come nobody's ever caught this guy found his villain there before, like Batman. How come Batman's never found his villain when it's so obviously a villain there? And especially when especially when he's singing, especially when he has his gang singing Snow Miser song from the Year Out Santa Claus original version movie. Now, guys, this is obviously meant to be a silly, dumb movie that wasn't trying to be seriously compared to the Keaton eras. While Schumacher started this with Batman Forever, I felt like Batman Forever was a hybrid of Keaton's Batman and Silver Age Batman. But this is just going straight up to Silver Age territory. Unapologetic Silver Age territory and playing it for laughs. Like Adam West did. I just wish Keaton would kind of play into it like Adam West did with his Batman. Yeah, you know how Adam West played into the sleazy side of Batman and made his Batman a bit of a sleazy and a bit of a flirt with all of the cute women's of the show in each episode, including the Batman movie and the sequel to the Batman movie and the third one of Batman movie. Think about it. Adam West Batman was always the most womanizer character out of the Batman bunch. He flirts with and with this girl called Molly who's working with the Riddler, who's in the show, and Molly clearly thinks Batman's not bad looking, even with the cowl, and she is flirting with Batman. Batman's into it. And that was the first episode when Batman gets wasted and too drunk to drive in his first part one of the story where Robin gets kidnapped of season 1. Yet, Adam West knew how to play into, like, knew how to make Batman, like, more compelling and, like, you know how, like, he's forced to be more clean cut as Bruce Wayne and less of a ladies' man compared to when he's Batman persona. Adam West is Batman. When he plays Adam West as Batman, played by Adam West, from the 3 seasons of the show and the movie, 3 movies he's a part of, 2 of them were straight to animated features movies that were created by the late Adam West in his career, and 1 was a live action created in the 60s. Yes, I consider the 2 follow-ups worthy follow-ups to Adam West's career as Batman. This movie was Schumacher did, Batman and Robin. It kind of feels like Schumacher took the formula of Batman and Robin from the 60s Batman show and basically just, changed the look of it entirely with neon lights and bright neon lights and lighting and make it like give it a different flair to look, so he's not copying Adam West's style. I just wish he kind of reinvented Batman also, so he doesn't feel like he's copying. So George Clooney's Batman doesn't feel like he's like is unrelevant to Batman. Just feels like a duplicate of Adam West at this point, because he doesn't do anything that makes it his own for Batman. I kind of blame George Clooney because he was the one that wanted this writing to make Batman relevant to the plot by having backstory in here and there. It was sprinkled throughout the plot of Batman and Robin, removed because he asked Schumacher to do that, because he thought it was stupid, to just follow this cliche, make reasons for, make your hero relatable, make stupid cliche reasons to make your hero relatable, just to feel sorry for the character. Is thought he was stupid of a story decision. So that's why Clooney got listened by Schumacher, and Schumacher listened to Clooney about taking the drama of Batman out of the picture for Batman and Robin's final cut. Aren't you happy that you did that? Clearly, we can only blame George Clooney for his own downfall, I guess. He's not a comic reader and he doesn't work on comics, so he shouldn't have said anything. Schumacher should have told him, shut up, George Clooney, this is staying in the script. This is what people like, shut the fuck up. But nobody told him no. Probably because he was a big actor for the time, and since this movie kind of tainted his career, brand name of his career, and nobody took him really seriously since that actor, come to think of it. And he's kind of played into it a bit. But I don't think he fully has a realized and accepted full responsibility for what he did as Batman. To Batman for this picture. Too many people blame not blame George Clooney, but blame Schumacher for this. Schumacher didn't really got less of his way than he did with Batman Forever. And Forever didn't give him, the studio didn't give him 100% creative control with Batman Forever, nor gave him less control with Batman and Robin. Yeah, but they gave full creative control to Tim Burton for Batman Returns, and more creative controls for him for Batman Returns he got than Batman, the first Batman movie he got. See, let's say Burton did stay on. Let's say Burton did stay on for direct a third Batman movie. Chances of it would have come out exactly identical how Schumacher directed Batman Forever, because that was pushed on by the studios to shoot it like a toy commercial. And marketing, tone down the tone, and was more pushed on by the studio, and not going to the characters have more push on the studio to market it towards kids for McDonald's commercials, because they want kids to be fat and diabetic, but they also want them to make money off their parents to take them to see a Batman movie that was meant for mature audiences. But kids will see anyway. Wanna know why? Because kids also did the same thing because the kids read the comic books back in the day for Golden Age Batman, even though it was originally meant for adults. But then they made Silver Age Batman and brought in Robin in the Golden Age, and then got rid of Golden Age Batman and then brought in Silver Age in the to tone him down a bit because kids were reading Batman. So you kids of America are the reason why we can't have good stuff with Batman. Fuck you, new generation kids. Damn kids ruining Batman for many years. Stay away from Batman, kids. Don't give any of your creative advice and shut it. Shut it. You don't know anything about Batman. Shut it. Oh, yeah, it felt good getting that out of my system. I felt like I was building it up for like at least 28 years. How old am I now? Oh. I was building up for 28 years, that anger. I just got it out, okay? I feel good now. That's why I give Batman and Robin a 10 out of 10. I give Batman and Robin a 10 out of 10 because it's one of my favorite comic book popcorn movies, not because it's faithful to the Golden Age comics, more towards the Silver Age comic era, and I like it for what it is. It's Schumacher's love letter to the Silver Age, where he actually, while trying to direct as much nonsense, considering he's got even less control than he did with Batman Forever was the script, was creative control. So he had less creative control with this movie, so he's clearly just directing all of this try and make it as much as cool looking as possible, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what's left of his vision anymore for the script of what this has to do with Batman and comic books. Nothing, probably, but it looks cool and spectacular, big, expensive, is what it looks like to me and shot like. So, it's kind of like the Matrix trilogy to me. I like this like the Matrix trilogy. The Wachowski's original trilogy, Matrix trilogy. Okay, I didn't like the fourth one that much, okay? It was a little mediocre for my taste. Visually it looked and story-wise it felt. It didn't feel like Imagine, it blew my mind like the original trilogy, or even the tie-in movie called The Animatrix. That was a animated Matrix tie-in that told several stories in one. I like that movie too, okay? It's one of the movies I like more for the visuals than the story. And I like the eye candy, like Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. And I think this is my favorite performance of her career, more than Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. This is my favorite performance that she's ever done, for my taste, cup of tea. This is comic book role. She's funny in this movie, and she's also sexy in this movie. She has some funny one-liners in this movie, like when she's sitting on Batman and Robin. How she delivers this line, it's kind of funny. Because she's trying to get late with Batman and Robin, the Diamond, all doing, and it's working. Her flirting with both of them, and that's where it comes. That's where the main drama comes in this movie. Can Batman and Robin get together and work out the difference and put the pussy in the back cuffs instead of trying to get late? Into the pussy. Known as Poison Ivy. Then Poison Ivy tries to kill his wife and teams up with Mr. Freeze puts the pin on Batman. Then Batman gets evidence on Poison Ivy, a confession, while she's going toe-to-toe with Batgirl when she's suited up in Batgirl, and finds out that Batman and Robin are the same person as Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne, and knows who they are. Because Alfred made a video for her, and she entered the Batcave and put on and suit up that Batman had a bat suit fitted tailored for her, just in case if she wants to join the boys on crime fighting nights out. And it fits her perfectly. The Batgirl costume fits her perfectly, and it works. The fight scene with Poison Ivy and Batgirl is pretty top-notch action. And while that's all happening, that's when Batman records Poison Ivy's confession to Batgirl, and while they're all like duking out and fighting each other, Batgirl comes out on top, and Poison Ivy gets eaten by her own plant. Or does she? Because we see her in this Arkham Asylum where Freeze is waiting for her in the bit of darkness until he turns on the lights of his suit and he says, "Those the word not. It's your own roommate. Winter has come at last." He's always going to go fuck her up for trying to kill his wife. Luckily, Batman saved her wife and working on a cure for her, and keeps her safe alive, and gets Freeze to help Alfred and cure him on his illness, and Freeze tells him to take two of these vials and call him in the morning and give him the news what happened. And so I thought that was a nice part of performance by Schwarzenegger and by Clooney in that scene. And I like the part that Alfred didn't die. I like the fact that we were able to cure Alfred of his terminal illness with Victor's help. And I like the line that Alfred says, "We're going to need a bigger cape." And we see Batgirl and Robin and Batman all racing, all were flying, all running around like to the credits, around to the credits when the bat signal is like kind of shining around them, and they're like showing us like little shadow figures. I thought that was pretty cool, top-notch ending to a cinematic conclusion. I thought this movie was very fun, okie dokie fun. I give it a 10 out of 10. I approve this movie as a 10 out of 10. I love this movie. Okay, goodbye. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, please, to support my channel, to like and subscribe. Don't have a comment below. That doesn't really do anything but subscribe and comment. Two different things I hear. Comments just to get the word going. But I guess YouTube, it helps more the algorithm if you just support my channel by liking the video and subscribing. And you don't have to comment, but you can comment, but it doesn't really help as much as subscribing and like. Okay? Again, my YouTube channel is starting. Like my video and subscribe. Goodbye.